Hello everyone and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Srinalini and I'm a product marketer of Zoho Sheet. And joining us today is Prabhakaran, who will be assisting with your questions throughout the webinar. If you have any queries, feel free to drop them in the Q&A pane and we'll make sure they're addressed promptly. And if you missed our previous sessions, you can watch the recordings on our webinar page. So let's get started. Today, we'll see how you can create a detailed event management tracker where you can manage all your event logistics in spreadsheets using Zoho Sheet with a live demonstration. Organizing an event involves managing countless details, from guest list and logistics to budget, schedules, and vendor coordination. Without a centralized system, tracking all these moving parts can quickly become overwhelming. That's where the event management tracker in Zoho Sheet comes in. This tracker is designed to simplify and streamline every aspect of event planning. It helps teams organize key event data in one place, such as registration details, attendee information, ticket types and expenses, and food preferences, while providing real-time visibility into progress and performance. All event-related information stays in one spreadsheet, so you don't have to juggle between emails, notes, and separate files. You can access and update your event tracker anytime from any device. With real-time collaboration, teams can work together on the same sheet, ensuring everyone stays updated on the latest changes and progress. Whether it's a small workshop or a large conference, the tracker can easily be tailored to match your event scale and requirements. And with built-in formulas, conditional formatting, and charts, you can automatically track registrations, budgets, and timelines, helping you make quick, data-driven decisions. Use data connection, ZIA, simple formulas, conditional formatting, and pick list to build this tracker. Now let's move to the demo. Here is the overview of the tracker. This is the guest list where we have imported all the event registrations using data connection. In the master task list sheet, all the tasks needed to execute the event is listed. The income and expense sheet, we have included the budget, income and expense statements and the payments to be made. And finally, in the dashboard sheet, all the important metrics are displayed that will be needed for decision making. Now, this is the overview of the tracker. I'll explain each and every sheet once we create the tracker from scratch. So for that, let's go to the guest list sheet. So this we can import using data connections. For that, go to data menu and select data connection and connect Zoho apps. And here we have used Zoho Forms to create a sign-up form. So I have already created a form in Zoho Forms and I'll be mapping the fields that I would want to import to Sheet. You can select any number of fields. And once that is done, click Next. And here you can select how do you want to perform this task. You can either choose to import it just for once or you can schedule it periodically. And you can select for how long, how regularly you want this thing to happen. And you can also select the hours here. And once that is done, if you click Done, all the records will be synced into the sheet. So since I have already done this, I'm just showing a demo. And we have created the forms using Zoho Forms. I'll quickly show you the form that we have created. This is the form that we have created. And you can build this form using a simple drag and drop builder in Zoho Forms. And you can include any number of fields that you'd want here. Now let's move to the event management tracker. And here we have the master task list, and you can also apply filters or you can remove it. So first, let's copy this guest list into a separate sheet. To build this tracker from scratch, we can simply select copy to a new spreadsheet. First things first, we'll rename this whole spreadsheet. We'll say Zilker annual meetup tracker. And once this is done, we'll create the master task list. We'll rename this sheet first. And now let's move to the already created tracker. Here in the master task list, we have the task ID, the category of the task, and the description, the due date to be completed, and the assignee, and the status of the task, and what the priority of the task, and finally the percentage of task that is completed, and any notes or reference that you would want to add here. So since these are all manual entry, I will copy this. I'll copy the values. And here you can make the changes. And you can add pick list initially, because we have a lot of drop downs and repetitive categories. We'll insert pick list first. Just go to the insert menu and click create pick list, and the options will be displayed. Click create. Similarly, you can do it for the assignee names. For the status and the priority, you can create pick list. And once this is done, for the percentage of completed, we will use if function to denote this. Before that, let's convert this into a table, so that when you add more records, the formulas and the formatting will be applied. Just go to format, click table, and select desired layout. And since it already has the headers, this box will be checked. And if you'd want to make any other further modifications, you can do it here. I'll use banded columns. And you can close the configuration box. And now let's add the formula. We'll use the if function, and we'll select the status column. And if status is equal to completed, the value is 100%. And if status is equal to in progress, the value will be 50%. And if status is equal to 0, if the status is equal to do, value will be 0. As you can see, the values are displayed. And now we can convert this into the percentage format. And you can remove the decimal point if you want. And now we can add a conditional formatting to display this in a progressive way. Just go to format and click conditional formatting, select data bar, and select a gradient style. So this way you can denote the percentage of completion using conditional formatting. And for the notes, you can add anything as you'd want. I'll simply copy paste this from the already created tracker. And you can hide the grid lines if you'd want. And we can do the same for the guest list. And with this, the master task list is completed. And if you change the status here, you can see that the percentage of completion is also changed. And now let's create the income and expense sheet. We'll name this income and expense. For this, let's go to the tracker again. First have the expense table, and then here we have the income table. We'll first list all the expenses that are happening for the event, and for that, let's again copy the headers. And we can add a title. We can increase the font size. We can change the font color. And we can add a background color. And now we can copy paste the values as well. So we'll copy till the amount paid. The remaining, the balance to pay and the payment status, we'll use formulas to populate it. And here again, we can add pick list. And we can also change this into a table. So let's first change this into a table. We'll go to format and select table and select the layout. And we'll have the banded columns here as well. And now we'll insert the pick list. Now we'll have the balance to pay, which is simply the difference of actual cost and the amount paid. So we'll select this, actual cost minus amount paid. And for the payment status, we'll again use the if function. So now in the if function, we'll select the amount paid. If amount paid is equal to the actual cost, the status is paid. And if amount paid is equal to 0, we can have the status as to be paid. And if amount paid is lesser than actual cost, the status is pending. Let me quickly see. Let me re-enter the formula. Amount paid is equal to actual cost. The status is paid. And if amount paid is equal to 0, the status is to be paid. And if amount paid is lesser than actual cost, the status is pending. As you can see, the status is updated now. And for the vendor notes, you can again copy paste it. And now we can have the income table as well. And here we have included the ticket sales as the revenue because we have two types of tickets. We have entered two line descriptions, and we'll simply copy paste this. And we have calculated the revenue based on the count of tickets that has been sold. So with this, we have created the income and expense statements, and you can hide the grid lines as usual. And yes, that's about it. We have created the income and expense statements. Now finally, we'll create the dashboard sheet. We'll first name it dashboard, and we'll add a title here. We'll first merge and center and add a title. It's a simple dashboard which you can use it for getting quick insights and to make any decisions, or you want to know what are tasks pending or what are the overdue tasks, then this will help you in getting a quick glance. I'll increase the font size and I'll add a color. And now I will add the metrics one by one. For that, I'll initially merge the cells. Then I'll apply color. And now I'll use the format painter and apply it for the rest of the cells. Once that is done, you can click escape. You can make this column smaller just for spacing, and you can increase the space of this. And now we can add the titles one by one. Initially, we'll have the date of the event, and this can be a manual entry. We can type the date of the event here. Let's say 31st October 2025. And you can change this into the date format. And you can select any date here. Now we'll have days until the event. This will use the formula. We'll select this cell and minus today. And now we'll change this into the number format and decrease the decimal point. And next, we will have the pending task. And this is the countifs function. Here, pending tasks are nothing but the tasks that are not completed. So let's go to the master task list and select the status column. And it's not equal to completed. We are getting the number here. And now we can link this to the filter where all the pending tasks are listed. For that, let's go to the master task list and click the filter icon here and select in progress and to do and click filter. And you can name this filter by clicking the filter icon here. And we can say pending tasks. Now you can copy this URL and you can go to the dashboard sheet and then link this. click hyperlink and paste the URL here. In this way, you can link the pending task filter. Just click this and only the pending tasks will be listed here. And now we'll select the overdue tasks. Overdue tasks are nothing but the pending tasks which have crossed the due date. For that, we will use the countifs function. We'll go to the task list here. We'll select the due date. We'll use the countifs function. We'll select the due date here. And it's lesser than today. And we'll have to select the status column here. And it's not equal to completed. We get the value here. And now we will add the total budget, total estimated budget. This is simply the sum function. Let's go to the income and expense, and we have the budget stated here. And we can have total actual cost. And this is again the sum function. Select the actual cost column. Here we can have the pending payment. Which is the sum of balance to pay. And finally, we can have the net revenue. For this, we'll have to calculate another metric, which I'll show you shortly in this dashboard. And then let's come back to calculate the net revenue. So you can make some formatting for these values. You can increase the font size and align it in the middle. And now let's create a couple of charts. And for that, let's make use of Zia. For the first chart, we'll have the food preferences. So we'll click Zia on the right pane. And as you can see, there are a lot of insights that Zia provides. You can either choose one, or you can also make use of the queries that Zia has generated. And I'd like to have the distribution of food preference. And I see that the chart is also displayed. And you can select any one chart from here, either a donut or a column or a pie chart. And I'll use the column chart here. I'll insert this on my sheet. And next, I'll have the count of ticket type. I'll insert this again on my sheet. And I'll close this. And I'll move this chart to the dashboard sheet. Now I'll make some formatting. So I'll double click on the chart so that the configuration box opens. And now I'll customize this. You can change the chart title if you'd want. And in the legend, I'd like to remove it. And I'd like to remove the grid lines. And I'll apply some styles. I'll select the monochromatic theme. I'll have a background color and I'll choose gradient. And now I'll close this. And here I'd like to show the no preference category in a separate color. For that, you can simply double click on the chart, and you can change to any other color that you would want. This way you can denote any other metric in a separate color if you'd want to differentiate it from the rest of the categories. With this, we have created the first chart, and now let's edit this as well. We have ticket sales as the chart title, and we can use the count here, and we can apply a similar style. And we can align it here. Now we can hide the grid lines for better visibility. Let me make some spacing adjustments. And now we'll insert the last two metrics. For that, we will merge this cell. We'll include the title as guests with dietary preferences. And we'll again merge these cells. We'll apply a color. And the guest with dietary preferences is nothing but the COUNTIFs function again. And it is dietary preference is other than no preference, we'll have to include all other counts. So let's go to the guest list and select the food preference column, and it is not equal to no preference. And we can align it in the middle and increase the font size. So as you can see, the number of people who have preferences have been displayed. Now finally, we'll include the ticket sales revenue. We'll align it in the center. We will merge these cells. And it is the sum function. We'll go to the income and expense column and select the revenue here. And we can increase the font size and align it in the middle. And we can apply the colors. Now finally we'll calculate the net revenue, which is nothing but the ticket sales revenue minus the actual cost. And if you'd want to denote this in another color, you can go to the format, cells, and select custom. And you can go to click more formats. You can customize it and include the red color here. With this, we have completed the dashboard sheet as well. And you can move these sheets as per your need. We can have the dashboard in the beginning, and we can have the guest list in the end. So we have created all the 4 sheets now, and this is the end of the demo, and we'll move to the recap. First, we integrated Zoho Sheet with Zoho Forms and imported the guest list details from the event registration form. Then we created a master task list and added a detailed list of tasks, due date, assignee, priority, and denoted the progress of completion with conditional formatting. Then we created an income and expense sheet where we added the revenue from sales in a separate table and the expense statements in another table. We used formulas to calculate the pending amount to be paid. Finally, we created a dashboard sheet to list the important metrics like guests with dietary preferences, net revenue, pending tasks, and more to get a quick insight of the progress of the event planning. So we hope you found the entire tracker useful and you'll use it to manage your events. If you need any further assistance, you can reach out to us through multiple channels. Our phone lines are open 24/5 for support, and you can find the contact numbers on our website. We also offer a live chat option available 24/7. Just visit Zoho WorkDrive website and click on the chat icon to connect with our support team instantly. And if you prefer email, you can always reach us at our support email address for any queries or assistance you need.